All right, the last thing we're going to do in this section is populating our database with some dummy data. And for that, we're going to use a great website called Mockaroo.com. It's one of my favorite tools. So let's say we want to populate our customers table. Over here, we can specify our columns and their type. So we have ID, which is a number. We have first name, which is a first name column. So this tool will generate a bunch of random first names for us, okay? Similarly, we have last name, email. Now, instead of gender, we're going to use phone. So I'm going to change the type of this column to phone. Now we can optionally specify the format for the phone. I'm going to leave it as is. Next, we need to add the birth date column. And for that, we're going to use a date column. And I'm going to change the format to this format, 4 digits for the year, followed by 2 digits for the month and the day. Now we should also add another field for the membership. So if you recall, in this column, we can have B for bronze, S for silver, or G for gold. So I'm going to change the type of this to regular expression. And over here, we can type any valid regular expressions. If you're not familiar with regular expressions, you can click on this and see some examples. So what I'm going to type here is a pair of parentheses. And inside the parentheses, I'm going to type B or S or G. So one of these characters will be used to generate the values for this column, okay? Now over here, we can specify the number of rows to generate. I think 1,000 is good for customers. Next, we can specify the format, which can be CSV, JSON, tab delimited, SQL, and so on. I'm going to select CSV for now and preview our data. So this is what we're going to get. We're going to get 1,000 customers with these values. Now we can download the CSV right away, or we can change the format to SQL. And over here, we specify the name of our table, which is going to be store underline customer. And then we can download our data. So now we have a SQL file. We can open this with DataGrip or MySQL Workbench to populate our table. So now I'm going to drag and drop this file onto DataGrip. So we have a bunch of insert into statements. Now on the top, make sure the current schema is storefront. If it's not, just select it over here. Then select all these rows and execute them. All right, so now we're done. Let's open a new query console for the storefront database and find the number of records in the customer table. So we type select count of everything from store underline customer. So as you can see over here, we have 1,000 records in this table. Beautiful. So we have reached the end of this section. Now I'm going to stop recording and generate data for a bunch of tables we're going to work with in the next section. So at the beginning of the next section, I will give you a SQL file to populate your database with dummy data. Okay? So that's it for now. I hope you learned a lot, and I will see you in the next section.